Hello, I'm Di Roberts from the Insight School of Art, and I'm going to show you some simple drawing exercises, and I hope you enjoy them. Right, I'm going to show you how to draw lips. The most important thing I can advise you is don't make it up, because no two mouths are the same, and you need to really look at what you're drawing and work from the real thing, whether it's an image or a person sitting in front of you. If you make it up, you'll end up drawing the same lips that your mother and grandmother were taught how to draw in school, and they were not accurate. No two lips are the same, no two mouths are the same. Therefore, I'm just working from a simple image of a basic model's mouth, model's lips. Top lip. Think of a stretched out M shape that's quite soft in the middle. It's very, very stretched and very softly drawn. This is not necessarily a female mouth. It could be a masculine mouth, but I think that the more I'm going to shade into it, I probably will end up with a lady's mouth, if only because in some ways they're easier to draw. There's a little bit more organic feel, a softer feel to the shape. The line between the two lips is always very dark. There's a very deep shadow there. If I was to open the mouth very slightly, you'll see that the teeth would be just about visible within the space made by the lips. It doesn't look particularly good at this stage, and if you stopped now, people would think that's not a very accurate mouth. The teeth are not as prominent as that. If the mouth's only open slightly, they must be in shadow. And here is one of the tricks that I'm going to show you. This line, this very dark line, has to disappear up into that top lip. And therefore your shading will gradually lighten up. So press on in the gap between the lips and lighten up as you move further up into that top lip. The top lip is in shadow in most cases because the light will be from above and the top lip dips down, therefore the shadow must be below it. And let's shade it all in. Try not to have even shading. It must go darker towards the space between the lips, or where the two lips meet, if your mouth's closed. A lot of people have a bit of a dent here that echoes the dip at the top. So you could darken up below it and leave it with a bit of a lighter feel here, but it's still all very, very dark. You can continue that dark feel at the sides of the mouth, at the lower lip, because the top lip will be casting a shadow. And we'll gradually, again, move along, getting rid of that dark line by making it part of the shading. And here's the second trick coming up, how to make lips look accurately like lips. Instead of the normal shading as you've seen me do on the top lip, this time I'm going to come down in lines, radiating out a little bit from the top of the bottom lip, from that curve there, coming across. And this shows a feeling of semi-dry. It also shows if somebody's wearing lipstick, there's a bit of a sheen. And you can see now I'm coming up from the bottom and I'm shading in lines. And the more these lines are emphasised, the more you almost want to lick your lips. They're a little bit dry. So let's just soften off by going in the other direction at the bottom of that lower lip. And whether this is a very gentle, soft female mouth or quite a hard male mouth where the curves will not be as prominent, you'll still get the same feel of the lower lip is slightly lighter in the middle. Let's just shade in at the side there. Sometimes you get slightly blurred features so that the edge of the lip is not very visible. You might find you can see skin and flesh here at the side, and also you may find that there's a dent underneath that lower lip. So you can work into it depending on your model or depending on the image you're working from Don't just have the lips isolated from the rest of the face. Right, let's think shadow again. That top lip is casting a shadow on the lower lip, so therefore that area is going to be quite dark. We can finger blend a little bit at the sides to soften it off, and along the top lip, just to soften and smooth it over. Darken up even more here with the shadows. And let's soften the sides, soften the side there. And we could keep going and put the dent at the top, that little dent, but I think that's more or less completed, and that's how to draw lips.